What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Chill Pill? Joel, Derek, popping with y'all. Where everybody watching from? Where everybody watching from? I got a good one for y'all tonight. Took me a little bit to put these things together. I made a few of them today alone, but decided to go with this one right here first. Pretty interesting video. I go ahead and smash that like button on the way in. You already know it's gonna be turned up tonight, man. Georgia in the house. You know what I'm saying? Detroit in the house. Oh man, California. Everybody on this joint. Louisiana, London, Jamaica, England, Baltimore, Fayetteville, Toronto, Jersey. I bet. That's crazy. Everybody in here. You know. Yeah, we got an interesting one tonight, y'all. Definitely got a good one. Make sure y'all go ahead and run that thing up so more people can see this video. Got Ontario, Toronto, Florida, St. Louis, yeah. Boy, man, it's everywhere. Pontiac, France. Already know. Get to this. Put those 9s in the chat if y'all ready. The chat moving fast as hell. Look, I'm trying to keep up with it. It's just it's going crazy. I can't keep up with it. I'm trying. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit for myself. Oh yeah, I got, man. You know your boy on hooked on phonics. All right though, let's get it.
Before you ask the question, why are all these rappers getting murdered, you have to understand what music really is. This is the goat god Pan. He would get the whole village drunk and give him wine, and he will play his flute. And once he played his flute, he actually took control over the whole planet. Every time you hear a song, it is actually sending ripples and vibrations throughout your physical body. Just like when a water drop hit the ocean, it's sending ripples out. Our ancestors knew the magic behind music. This is why they would dance, they would beat on drums, and they would use natural instruments to heal us and also free us spiritually. But somehow these demons took over the music industry, and now they are sending nothing but chaos, murder, and death to the whole world. These people in the music industry actually signed spiritual contracts to do the opposite of what we was created to do. Music was designed to pull us together, not speak about drugs and violence.
What's going on with Katy Perry? Why is she glitching? Wait for it.
That shit ain't normal at all, is it? That's wild as hell.
Make even more noise for my band.
Make even more noise for my band. What? Hold on, man. Whole eyeball ain't doing that on stage. It couldn't even wait. It couldn't wait. It couldn't wait. It couldn't wait till after the show for your shit to start fucking up like that. She was running low on batteries.
Is she glitching? Wait for it.
Like she bust a big one. That's crazy.
Make even more noise for my band.
You know what I'm saying? Look, man, if we have to say anybody is a reptilian monster animal nigga or some shit like that, look, it's, you feel me? That's a good candidate right there.
Giant pharaoh in stasis was found in a cave in the desert Southwest. Since I've been on talk radio for 25 plus years as a host and interviewing some interesting people, one of the things that's afforded me is the ability to have people who've seen this stuff that everybody else says are crazy to contact me. red-haired giant king and queen that were in stasis were found in an unknown Utah cave. The presence of giants in the caves of southern Utah and the desert Southwest are so numerous that you can't turn anywhere to the east, west, north, or south and not encounter somebody that knows not only the myths and legends, but has seen.
Look, more and more people talking about it, and look at this weird shit. Yeah. If I had another absolutely not to give, like absolutely not, nigga, like you know what I'm saying? I'm not. Yeah. If I get bit by something like that, man, I'm gonna shut up. You gotta turn into something after that shit bites you.
Clear, when you see this, 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 when you see the checkerboards on the floor, when you see the skull and bones, when you see the signs and symbolism, when you slow down the music, Jay-Z new video with Nas and DJ Khaled, it's a scene where it's checkerboards. These are all occult, Satanist, symbolic symbols. So what I'm saying is, and I'm gonna tell you why and me personally, I've been in music for a minute, had deals and all that, bro. I don't give a fuck about this shit. But what I know, for me, I study so I know when I see it, so I know what to avoid. Because niggas could be trying to sacrifice your ass and you're not studying. God told us to read and be knowledgeable. So when I see Jay-Z go, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? You're not no gang member. You got checkerboard floors in your shit. You got skull and bones. What does this mean? Because it's not just there. You look at Cardi B's album cover, it's checkerboard. You look at Dream Doll, now she's the checkerboard too. Like, I'm not, y'all niggas, let me tell you something. These motherfuckers sell their soul, they practice witchcraft.
What does it mean though?
What it means, what it means.
What does the checkerboard mean?
Good question.
It means mind control. So you got classical conditioning, you got operational conditioning. So what they do is they use programming. So
MK Ultra?
Yeah, but it's to push an agenda.
Good. And y'all see how it's more and more people speaking up about this stuff? Crazy.
A white woman tried to slap some sense into CNN hostess Don Lemon. She took him to school on the whole notion that ancestors of black slaves are owed reparations. Reparations are an entitlement. They're rooted in the desire to be compensated for the oppression suffered by others. Entitlement handicaps the mind and undermines productivity. America does not owe me. I owe America. I owe my ancestors. The same goes for Don Lemon and everyone else.
I think it was Malcolm X that once said, and I'm paraphrasing, that they will always find one exceptional Negro to go along with their bullshit. I'm paraphrasing, but y'all get the picture, right? Let's take a look at the history of reparation payments. Let's take a look.
Hey, and I bet you most people have never seen this right here before, but everybody else got paid.
This is a list of all of the groups that has been compensated with reparations throughout the years. And guess who's not on that list? Look at how many different people got reparations. Did this undermine or handicap their productivity when they got these reparations? German Holocaust survivors got $822 million. In 1990, Japanese Americans got $1.6 billion, or equivalent to about $20,000 each in 1990. Did this undermine their productivity at all? I don't think so. I don't think that handicapped them at all. It actually gave them a boost. Now let's pay attention to who is at the bottom of this list who hadn't got paid a dime. Look at how long slavery was. Look at how long Jim Crow was. Look at when blacks had the first opportunity to vote, 1960 something. And we haven't gotten compensated. Black folks, we do not owe America shit. Just like Martin Luther King said, they need to cut that damn check.
Hey, look, but if you do a mathematical equation for some shit like that, it's not enough money to even pay us. Crazy, just hand over everything.
Is the devil here already?
Yes, the devil or antichrist was born on June 16, 1993. He currently resides in Atlanta, Georgia.
This video caught my attention, so I was curious.
Yeah, Atlanta,
Who was
Georgia.
born on June 16th, 1993? Well, according to this, 2 people. But one was only interesting to me. So let's check it out. I typed in his name, said he was an actor. He should pop up. But weird, just a bunch of zodiac and just a bunch of random stuff came up. Except for the Twitter page at the top, so I figured, all right, let's check it out. Yet again, another mystery.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Let's dig deep into Area 51. So we know that most people feel that Area 51 is a place where they experiment, dissect, and hold aliens. But my question is, why and how are they capturing them? If they know that these beings are highly intelligent, why not learn from them? Now we know that there's a special part of the G-Myth that handles these situations, aka the Illuminati, the Cabal, the Shadow G-Myth, whatever they call them, the ones in charge of putting the veil over our heads. Just like there are good and bad people on Earth, there are good and bad aliens. The ones who want to keep planets at low vibrations take over them. But you also have good ones who want to bring knowledge, peace, and information. That's how some people think the Egyptians built the pyramids with their help. Now, a lot of people have said that these bad ETs have infiltrated our government already. AKA why you see shapeshifters and all that. Why do millions of people get kidnapped? Why does trafficking happen? Why is there so many low vibrational things happening on this planet? To keep it under the control of these beings. Now, if they're working together, what is the reason for Area 51? Probably to lock the good aliens up who are trying to help this planet, so this matrix can still keep running. I know y'all have seen the sky turning green. Rainbows being shown everywhere. Now, in Norse mythology, rainbows represent the gateway to different planets. What if all these rainbows in the sky changing means that these beings are coming back to help us? And it's Area 51's job, with the help of these Greys, the Pleiadian race, to lock up these high vibrational beings when they come down. That's why when people spot them, the G-Myth tries to cover it up and say, oh, they're just conspiracy theorists. But just know that more of the good ones are coming. Just pay attention to the sky and stay dangerous.
Damn, I never heard of it like that, but let's think about this. Think about this. How many, like, I ain't that type of person that pay attention to like rainbows and shit, you know, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been seeing a lot of damn rainbows, man. Even in the desert, man. A lot of damn rainbows. And I don't know, is it maybe because I'm paying attention to it a little bit more because I've seen it and then I can associate it to something now? Maybe that might be it. You know, I'm a reasonable person, but I've been seeing a lot of them shits. How about y'all?
Greater the number of DNA series, the smarter the person the group is. We have 9 series. We are genius. We are intelligent on a supernatural level, y'all. And that's why they doing what they doing. That's why they killing us with the chemtrails. That's why they killing us with the foods. That's why they killing us with the neurotoxins. That's why they calcifying our pineal gland through fluoride. That's why our toothpaste is calcifying our pineal glands. That's the reason why we eating all types of food that's rotting the enamel on our teeth. That's hiding the melanated clusters. That's the reason why everything is a neurotoxins, for they can actually decalcify and kill the actual melanin clusters that's called the 12 cranial nerves. That's the reason why they give us food, because most of the serotonin, which come from melatonin, is produced in the gut. Everywhere you go, we are being destroyed on every level of plane. You ain't never asked yourself why? You never ever sat back and asked yourself why.
Sightings are now rampant worldwide, everyday occurrences. These are flesh-eating predators from other star systems, here as hunters of exotic creatures and animals on safari, or agreeable or disagreeable scientists and geneticists from other galaxies who are marking their territories just like all predators do. They are looking for test subjects for genetic engineering or for bizarre experimentation, or abundant food supply for their star systems, or for slaves or just trophies. Once the man gently be released with their children, a first come, first serve, free for all grab, because time would be of the essence. A winner takes all grab, and all you can eat, and all you can eat smorgasbord, and a merciless, unencumbered, savage bloodbath. Do you get the picture?
Hey, that don't sound too good to me. Like, I'm sitting here cringing like, ooh, shit. Like, you ever seen that series Attack on Titan? The Attack on Titan, they get attacked by these titans that's on the other side of the wall, whatever, and they just picking motherfuckers up, eating them. That's what that shit sound like right there. Ooh, I like that one, the little fat one right there. Let me go ahead and get that. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. Eating this like buffet. Crazy.
Then here comes the meteorite showers and the mad rush to get off the surface of the planet with their bounty before the showers hit. Those that escape being captured will be totally annihilated by the purging fires. If you think this is a joke, then go ahead and laugh while you can. Your underground bunkers and your primitive weaponry would be no match, useless, against their advanced laser technologies and their advanced tunnel. There will be no safe zone or ultimate protection, because you will be attempting to cheat nature, King Kong. Wishful thinking. The law is for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. There are no amendments to the nature's laws. You can forget that. Enough ranting and raving. Now let's return to the materialized.
Let's think about this though. Stuff is coming down. Like, I was thinking about that too. If an asteroid, say something was coming to hit the Earth, right? I was thinking that, you know, it'll affect the people that's in the bunkers too. That impact alone, as massive as it would be, I'm just giving an example. I would think that it would smush them bunkers in the inside with them earthquakes and stuff. I don't see how they'd be able to like survive that. And if they do, they might be trapped. So it's like a lose-lose. I don't know. Pick your poison though.
Caramba, Dios mío, qué miedo. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mi nombre es Natalie.
Look at them. Top of the mountain.
Dios mío.
It got bigger.
Mamá, míralo. Ha crecido. Mamá. Se paró aquí arriba, mamá. No se ve. Qué miedo. Ay, qué miedo. Voy a poner a llorar. Hola. Hola.
Dani, ya. No te vayas, ya.
Mamá, tú no has visto lo que yo he visto.
What up? Reacted up.
Yo soy como un hombre. ¡Son inmensos! ¡Caramba! ¡Dios mío, qué miedo! Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Look how tall they are.
¿Dónde está, hija? ¿Dónde lo ves? Es que acá yo no identifico. Y arriba, pues en los rocos.
Ah, ya. Así, acá con la largavista, ese punto que yo lo veo brillante es...
¡Dios mío!
That's wild.
¡Mamá! ¡Míralo! ¡Ha crecido!
How tall y'all think they are? What up, Reacted Up, boy? Hey, it's been a bit, boy. What you return to YouTube?
The Malaik of Allah Ta'ala does his work.
Right, and they were men.
And they can personify as men, certain ones. But they are angelic beings, Malaik. They have the power, if Allah grants, to personify as human beings. They are what you refer to when they get into the Earth's atmosphere as extraterrestrials.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
They reside in various pockets of the universe. They come from what's called the Crystal City, which goes into a deeper thing.
10 foot? Nah, they gotta be taller than that.
So this quote in
Shit was
the
like
Bible,
20 foot.
when it's talking to Moses speaking with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's through his angel, either Mikael or Jibrail. In this case, it's Jibrail. Those are the most powerful angels. The highest of all of the angelic beings from Malakut is Mikael. Because Mikael means like El, and that's from Elohim or Elohim or Allah. He's like Allah insofar as he has the power to sustain himself on earth. He came to Abraham, in the Torah, in Genesis. He came to Jesus. He came to Moses. He came to Muhammad. As Khidr in the Holy Quran. He has Mikael, and he's called Melchizedek or El Khidr, Michael. Okay? And then he has an intergalactical name, and his intergalactical name is Yanun. Every one of the prophets.
My homeboy got to be like the direct descendant to him, because he got that damn widow's peak, man. That thing like touches like the center of his forehead. His shit is so deep. That's crazy.
When they are out of the physical and into the spiritual realm, has an intergalactical name. Isa's name is Sanenda when he's out of this. You understand?
Yes, my Lord.
So we're talking about angels who can personify in human beings as human beings and speak in representation of the creator of the heavens and the earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? I hope you understand it.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Mm-hmm.
What purpose does the sacred ash serve in paradise?
The sacred ash serves no purpose in what you know as paradise. But in the celestial or crystal city, there is incense that burns. And the ash from the incense can be transported down to earth plane as a sign that this person is in tune with that higher city. There's a city above the earth called the crystal city. Which sometimes is mistaken for the mothership. The mothership, or the ship that has the little ships in it, come out of the crystal city. Crystal city is right above the earth and has been there for centuries. And it's a whole city. You call it the city of Jerusalem when you say.
Think about that though. Think about that. That's coming from somebody, bro, that's very, very, very high on the food chain. You feel me? And that's powerful. When I wanted y'all to see that, man. If y'all didn't see that moment, you know, like, bro, you just got to feel that moment, you know? You got to feel that moment, yo. Like that shift. Like, damn, bro. Like, let me start figuring this shit out, man. It ain't what we think it is. Look, I'm not like, when I do this shit, I don't be sitting here, oh yeah, that's their religion, this and that, that's the best shit ever. No, I don't force nothing on nobody. This is for you to think for yourself. This is just learning for everybody. Take in what knowledge you can. All you can.
There's another crisis that's happening where a lot of the food processing plants, more than a dozen, have been shut down. 2 of them have been hit by a plane. What are the odds of that? And the rest are mysteriously catching fire, quote unquote, mysteriously. Now, I'll go on to say that, remember, I always tell you guys that don't pay attention to what they say, pay attention to what they do. And I uploaded a video, I believe it was about a year ago, about why all the rich people were selling all of their stocks. For example, like Bill Gates, who's become the biggest farm owner in the United States. Now, why, for example, would Bill Gates sell all of his stocks and then start buying things like farmland? Mysteriously catching fire, the food processing plants, huh? Maybe the preppers were right. 30 million chickens and turkeys have recently been killed due to a supposed epidemic of avian flu. They're using the same PACR test that they used for the pandemic in 2000.
Ooh. A little bit close that, but yeah. You start talking like that, you know what I'm saying? Look. Look, they ain't come try to get me. Look, hey, it didn't happen.
Dude, one of my biggest fears.
All right, luckily for you, I got Gordon Ramsay's son here to confirm this. All right, come on, Nick.
So it's been proven by the University of Washington that every hot dog you eat takes off 36 minutes of your life. So that means 2 hot dogs takes over an hour of your life away. I've eaten so many hot dogs in my life. Well, luckily they also found that eating a PB&J adds 33 minutes to your life. And baked salmon and rice and beans can add 10 to 15 minutes to your life. Now, all everyone's going to eat is PB&J sandwiches and salmon all day.
No, because most people eat fast food on a damn daily. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all subtracting like a motherfucker out here. That's what most people doing, subtracting. But, you know, they put it on every corner for you to see. Crazy. You know who buying up all the food? Everything. Johnson, I appreciate it. Action speed louder. Yeah, definitely.
Part 4 of things I've uncovered that I have zero explanation for. Take
like, why is he buying up all the farmland? Think about it. I just want y'all to sit there and think about that.
Look at this mountain on the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. While at first glance it may look ordinary, it's actually a massive underground military bunker, which is made obvious when you zoom in and see the massive blast-proof doors coming out the sides. And you can see the barbed wire fences surrounding the hollowed out mountain. This facility is known as Raven Rock, or the Underground Pentagon as some people call it. It was built in the 1950s just 70 miles from DC to act as a place where the government can continue in the event of a nuclear war. Now here's the part I don't understand. I found out about this place because I tried contracts given out by the government so I could invest into those companies. And in doing so, I noticed a $100 million contract given to a company called Grunley Construction to do a massive renovation to the Raven Rock complex last week. And just earlier this month, I saw another contract worth $3.2 billion given to Northrop Grumman to make a ground-based mid-course defense system, which if you didn't know is a weapon that can shoot ICBMs out of the air. It seems odd to me that the government has been investing so much money into nuclear defense systems and contingency plans in a relatively short amount of time. I can only hope that they're erring on the side of caution and not doing this because there's something more serious that we don't know about. If you want to check out what else the government is buying, just go to my website Quiver Quant and click on government contracts. And as always, thanks for watching.
Come on, man. We gotta watch what they do. I appreciate it, Shayna. Appreciate you.
From people in the Pentagon, that the buzzword in the secret of secrets in the Pentagon is the Sumerian gods are returning, and that's what they're referring to as that whole area that Peter's.
Wow! Can you repeat that again, just in case anybody missed it? The buzzword in
the Pentagon, and the military circles that are in the know about the cover up here, they kind of in whisper tones talk about the return of the Sumerian gods. And they're talking about the what we would call aliens or fallen angels returning into the Middle East, into Old Sumer area.
The Anunnaki. At that time, I didn't know.
What do you think
we
now?
have been in touch with the Anunnaki.
Okay. And are you aware of the Clark McClelland sort of testimony that talks about, this very, very tall spaceman that's, do you remember that?
Spaceman.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an Anunnaki, right?
Say again?
That was an Anunnaki. That was supposedly Clark McClelland always said that he saw this very large, tall being instructing a couple of our astronauts on television screen.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Well, if the beings he's talking of were almost like black Africans, yeah.
There
is one image there that shows.
I heard him. I got some stuff about the underground.
The people with dark skin getting off. Black skin.
Pretty black.
Were they tall? Very tall. How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got up to
Well, what?
They say safe 7 feet would be.
You can tell you're nervous to be on camera talking about this stuff. This is gonna be in a different language. I wanted y'all to see that it was just more than one person that was sitting here talking about this stuff.
Security patrol the entrance to
Look, you said underground stuff. Look,
it's reserved for the wealthy elite, and sales are booming.
Since
I appreciate it.
Election of Donald Trump, we've seen a whole new demographic of
Look
people
at this shit.
calling in, people that didn't know we existed before.
Larry Hall is the owner of the Survival Condo Project. These 16,000-pound doors lock you inside.
Lock you inside.
We're heading deep below the surface of the Earth into an underground bunker like no other.
We are in a typical full-floor residential unit, and even though we are more than 100 feet underground right now, you can see that it's certainly not a claustrophobic area.
12 luxurious condos exist here with fireplaces, high-end appliances, jacuzzis, even windows.
You know what's crazy about this, though? You know what's crazy about this? See, the average person is worrying about even getting a crib to even sleep in at night, Meanwhile, these motherfuckers got whole bunkers, bro, that'll lock the world from getting in. For them to live luxurious underground, just in case some shit happen. Shit crazy, right?
Yes, windows. High-definition TVs broadcast a live feed of
That's
the
what would be
outside
crazy
world
about it to
right
me.
into your
Appreciate it,
living
John.
room. The price tag for this 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo, $2.3 million.
Well, as the sign says, welcome to the beach.
And look at this. It's a swimming pool with a slide and waterfall.
Can't make this up.
Other common areas include a movie theater, rock climbing wall, and shooting range. There's even a farm that grows all the fresh fruits and vegetables you'll need.
This can grow up to 70 different species of plants, lettuces, tomatoes, carrots.
The bunker runs on power sources like wind and diesel generators.
We have enough fuel to run these diesels for 2.5 years.
Plenty of time to ride
Sound
out
so proud about that
worldwide
shit,
chaos,
like
should it ever erupt.
Like they gonna be underground, bro. Real talk. Seen it. Look at that. And then you always look up the stuff that's on your look. I know this is gonna ruin it for a lot of people with the M&Ms, man, but it be like that sometimes.
Inland Empire, California.
What if I told you that burger you ate last night at 3 a.m. contained human and rat DNA? Well, in 2016, a food research company named Clear Labs conducted a study on the various meat manufacturers and suppliers here in the US. The study included 258 different samples of ground meat, frozen patties, fast food burger products, and veggie burger products from 79 different brands and 22 different retailers. Here's some of the things they found. 1 sample contained human DNA.
Bad, ain't it?
3 samples contained rat DNA. 2 veggie products actually contained meat, and 1 black bean burger didn't even have black beans in it. But the FDA says it's okay. And speaking of the FDA, they have a handbook that contains other contaminants that are also allowed in our food but pose no health risk. These include dirt, hair, feces, urine, insects, mold, glass, rust, sticks, stones, and cigarette butts. And for the icing on the cake, if you wanted to check out the rest of Clear Lab's study, you can't, because it doesn't exist anymore. It's almost like it was taken down. Ain't that a bitch?
Hey, look, it is a real thing. If y'all read, man, they do allow certain things, like a certain amount of things in the food. Like all right, certain many amount of roaches per bag of chips that you're gonna get, you feel me, is allowed into, like, you know, products and stuff. That's a real thing, though. That's real talk. Real talk. So everybody that ate some shit in their life, no pun intended. Unless your parents just raised you eating fruits and vegetables that y'all grew in the backyard. Look, man, everybody ate some shit in their life, man. Okay? No pun intended. We're going to get back to it. Sorry, y'all. You ain't in it by yourself. We in this together, like I always say. Look at that shit. That's not normal, is it? Well, how would you feel if you seen that over your building? Yeah, gotta start eating. I'm becoming a breatharian, yo.
During the surveys, strong evidence emerged of the existence of a new continent.
And what about the new continent that is far beyond our borders? We call it the Greater North. For those who are here in South America, heading north. So we call it the Greater North. With the help of Navy and Air Force officers, we were able to trace logistics towards the Greater North, towards Siberia, towards Russia. There were several factors that led us to perceive the existence of the new continent. With the launch of several atmospheric probes, equipped with cameras and other equipment, we were able to identify a territorial mass that is not included in our maps.
Look at that, Mexico. code shift. And they was warning about this so many years ago, over 20 years ago. Nobody cared, right? It's crazy. Yep. Like, we got a lot of shit we got to work on, y'all. We got to become breatharians, right? I don't know, man. And I seen enough of that snow. It'd be messing up my mood. I don't like cold areas. Knew it wasn't right for me.
Now, melanin is commonly associated with your color of your skin. And that's what gives your skin its color. We call that pigment, melanin. But it's also in your nervous system, which causes you to transmit information faster and to store more information than any other race. And it's also in your bones, which cause you to retain more minerals than any other race. And, of course, is in your muscles that cause you to have what we call fast twitch reaction. You have a faster reaction time. And you have more vitamins and minerals in your muscles than any other race. Melanin is also in your eyes that cause you to absorb more color than any other race. And, of course, is in your ears, and you absorb more sound. So you will see colors differently than anybody else, and you will hear differently. So therefore, your music will always be different. You always put together colors differently. Melanin is in your taste buds, which cause you to have the ability to taste the full flavor of the food. You absorb more taste. So you always combine your food differently, and you eat somebody else's food and say that's bland or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's because they don't have the ability to taste the full flavor of food like you do. The melanin causes you to have this ability. It's what we call the biochemical marker of life. The more melanin you have, the more civilized you are. The more melanin you have, the more psychic you are. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying the more melanin you have, the more human you are. And that is what we're talking about. We're talking about how to understand this unique ability to be human, to be melanated, and how to sustain it. The problem with this melanin is that all drugs work by destroying melanin. It's not a drug unless it can destroy melanin in some way. It has to speed it up, slow it down, or destroy it. But they use different terms when they talk about melanin. They won't say melanin. They may say melatonin, which is made from melanin. Or they may say serotonin, which is made from melanin. These are hormones that are made from melanin. So you read in the literature, it says melatonin or serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Those are alchemical terms to say it stops your body from using melatonin, which is made from melanin, which means it stops your body from using melanin. And we simply use these big old awkward terms, and we say it's melatonin reuptake or serotonin reuptake inhibitor. The problem with science is...
Look, and this right here, that's crazy. That'll give you a reason why we do things differently, and there's nothing wrong with anybody being different, and that's what I believe. No, I like the fact that everybody is different. You feel me? Now we got somebody that we can look at and be like, I'm faster than you. I'm just playing, but look, it's crazy because there's nothing wrong with that, and that's why we all here tonight, Shit. But I just want my people to understand who you are and learn yourself. It's not just what they taught you it was, just like life was. They taught you to do something when you went to school, a specific thing, and most of you did that, and you found yourselves being unhappy doing that. Most people that have a job, a 9-to-5, are not happy with doing that. They programmed you to do that. You didn't follow your dreams. Think about that. That was already a lie. So why continue to, believe that, So just rethink the way you're doing things. and reanalyze, and you can recover from it easy. No excuses. We make readjustments over here.
I have 33.3. Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and
He said, what do you mean, you people?
This is the time when your life could take on a different level of propulsion.
Since the most ancient of times, numbers and numerology have been believed to conceal secrets and messages. For some, numbers have very special significance, with the ability to conceal true meaning from all but the initiated. To some, certain numbers can convey that something of particular importance lies within the text under their study. Numbers like this don't even need to be written to convey that there's a hidden code within a sentence or paragraph, only that the letters add up to a particular amount. No number holds more esoteric significance than 33. The number 3 is significant in all major religions. There is a trinity for Christians, and a triple goddess for the ancients. The divine name Elohim appears 33 times in the story of creation in the opening chapters of Genesis. The first Temple of Solomon stood for 33 years before being pillaged. Jesus was crucified at age 33 in the year 33 AD. Alexander the Great also died at 33. We can find in the writings of Shakespeare, Francis Bacon, Spencer, Dante, and others hidden codes and paragraphs that use this number to alert the initiated reader that something important is happening. In the works attributed to Shakespeare, there are many phrases and passages referencing the number 33. Julius Caesar is stabbed 33 times. The body of work shows a mastery of numerology. The number 33 reflects the interface of the familiar world with the higher spiritual realm. In Hamlet, the ghost is represented in the first scene with an entrance described in a sentence with 33 characters, and Horatio addresses the ghost in 33 characters as he leaves. Stay. Speak. Speak. I charge thee. Speak. In Julius Caesar, the ghost of Caesar visits Brutus in a passage that starts with a 33-character sentence that shapes this monstrous apparition. Brutus recovers from the shock and addresses the ghost in a 33-word sentence. At the Vatican, there are 32 archways on each side of the courtyard, with a giant obelisk in the middle. The Pope's cassock has 32 buttons, and his head represents the 33rd. The United Nations flag shows the globe divided into 33 sections encircled by olive branches. The flag also happens to be blue, just like the first 3 blue degrees of Masonry. 33 is the highest degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Walt Disney was a 33rd degree Freemason, and Disneyland has a Club 33. During World War II, 33rd degree Winston Churchill gave us the V for victory, 2-finger salute, which since the 60s became peace. Before it stood for victory or peace, it was a symbol of the 33rd degree. There are 3 joints to the knuckle on 2 fingers making 33. Then held apart like a V is about 33 degrees. Everything changes at 33.
You know, in the Western societies, they talk about midlife crisis. It usually starts around 33, 34 years of age. Suddenly people don't know what to do with themselves. Life getting meaningless. Or those who are successful, they find traction and suddenly they explode into different levels of success or well-being.
From Iraq through Phoenicia to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yo, that dude got a lot of time on his hands, right? My man's got he got infinite time on his hands. Like, I don't, the dude breakdowns like that, bro. Look, man, you are a stalker. Nah, I'm just playing, but that was good. That was a good breakdown, though. Wow, a lot of information, though. Think about, though. Let's keep going.
Meta sin. Look at it. Don't believe me. Check it out. When we breathe in as a people, talk to me. What are we breathing in? Right. Do you know something? I'm going to touch on things we know about us. At least 3 times a week, you wake up with one nostril closed. Why? I'm not sick. And then the moment I get up out the bed and started moving around, that nostril opens back up. I can fool myself into thinking I'm getting cold. The light's going out. I'm getting a cold. You see the fire goes out, it gets cold. Or cool off, and go pop in some drugs that makes me breathe different. Drugs make you breathe harder. And you don't get in that full what? Say it again? Oxygen. Oxygen. And what do you need to light a fire? Oxygen. And when you breathe out, what are you breathing out? Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Right? What's the root word of carbon dioxide? Carbon. And what does fire give off when it burns? Carbon. I know I sound crazy. I know this sounds far-fetched, but this is what we knew as right knowledge as the Elohim who only served who? Yeah. This is what we knew, that sun was in touch with us, and we're at our best under it.
And that's why they moved the better part of us from the southern part of this country to the northern part of the country where we can't function. After you get down to a hot, or say, well, it's too hot down in Alabama, because that's where you belong. You start talking about something being too hot, you start sounding like the devil. Only reason why it seems too hot to you is because the palate that's inside you is dim. Once that palate is hot again and the heat is coming out, it meets that sun. You with me? That sun in Arabic was called Shams. In Hebrew, it's called Shams. It's also Samson. Samson is also Shams. And Samson is identified by what? And his somebody don't want us to know about the 9 ether.
Why does it seem like the further we go back in history, the more advanced we were? You're telling me people were so primitive they took a hammer and chisel and made this? This temple right here was made in the 11th century in India, so it's about 1,000 years old. Look at the structure and the design. Look at the detail on these carvings. Almost as if it was made with a laser. I mean, it just looks like laser cut precision. What's interesting to me is even with our modern technology, we can't even replicate what they built back then. How is that possible unless they had technology that was better than ours? This right here is a real hieroglyph in Egypt. It looks like some type of generator or quantum computer or big old light bulb or something. What if the ancient people were a lot more advanced than us? That's usually how human advancement works. Human technological advancement is not linear. It's a roller coaster. We go to the golden age, then the dark age, the golden age, then the dark age. This is known as the Colossus of Rhodes. It's a 104-foot bronze statue. We went from the golden age to the medieval dark ages. Scientists still can't figure out how the pyramids were built. They can just guess. So are we in the post-apocalyptic era?
Something to think about.
This is gonna be really hard for me to talk about, so bear with me. It's finna get dark in here. We are gonna talk about the dark history on why jails were created. In 1863, African American slaves were freed. They thought things were great, but they really just got backstabbed. Now, as you know, in 1861 and 1865, the American Civil War happened. During the Civil War, roughly 179,000 black men fought in the Civil War. They fought in the war because they thought America would look out for them, which ultimately made them worry, because now how do we keep these people in control? The government needed a way to create peace, to keep the white people happy, but also take care of the African American citizens that just got freed. Before the 1890s, where they started the Prison Act, jails and prisons tend to look like houses. Some like this. After the American Civil War, the number of U.S. penitentiaries in the South and West spiked. So, who y'all finna put in there? After this, a lot of African Americans were locked up. Their inmates population surpassed 30,000. By 1880s, African Americans became the major inmates. They were backstabbed. You're telling me that they helped fight the war and then they were falsely imprisoned to do more labor? Convicts who were originally slaves dug levees, laid railroad tracks, picked cotton and mined coals for private companies and planters. Mostly false imprisonment or doing more time than they deserved. Innocent man locked up for 37 years. 1944, George Steeny, 14-year-old, electrocuted and he was innocent. We're still living in this dark history, and Joe Biden played a part in it. Your president signed a crime bill, what was one of the key contributions to mass incarcerations in 1990s, especially hurting blacks and brown Americans. African Americans, they were never really freed. It just was switched. Black people were never given equality. Let's just clear that up. African Americans have been fighting for decades for equality from the government. Everybody be safe out there.
I mean, you already know we don't have human rights, right?
Expand on that, my brother. What did you say?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so scientists, George Church took an ebook that he created, and he was able to replicate that ebook 80 billion times.
80 billion.
And save it onto 1 gram of DNA. So he took an ebook that he wrote with images and words and everything else and different pages in it. So it's a digital medium of information with a volume. And he was able to take that information and download it directly onto it. Now, 1 gram of DNA is enough to put a tiny drop on the tip of your finger. Down at the amount of storage space in one human body is about 13.5 or 13.8 billion years, which, like I was saying, ironically, is the same age as the universe itself. And since all atoms are just reconstituted Lego blocks, all the information from the beginning of time is stored in one human body.
So even if, hold up. So
that's crazy.
They talk about old souls and new souls. So even if you're a new soul and you haven't incarnated down here a lot of times, you still have that same amount of information encoded in your body as an old soul?
Yeah, because you see, there's a difference. The soul is a spiritual energy that is being downloaded into the body and kind of temporally encapsulated in the avatar. But the avatar itself is holding all the information from the physical realm inside of it. the information. So the spiritual realm is a multidimensional realm, and you are actually inhabiting this avatar body. The avatar body itself is made of stacked atoms. Just like, this phone is made of stacked atoms. We didn't create this phone. We don't make phones. What we do is we take atoms and we stack them up, and then they look like this. We can't create atoms. We only can stack them in a particular format. Our avatar body is atoms stacked in a particular format. But these atoms have all been here. Even the atoms in this phone were here since the beginning of time. Even these atoms has information stored on them. They found out that atoms actually have data on the actual atom itself. So we're just a walking hard drive with all the information, reconstituted atoms since the beginning of time. And
yeah, that should get deep. That can get deep.
I hope you didn't think I was done. Oh, no. There's more. Roll that beautiful being footage.
When men had horns, workmen unearthed skeletons of two prehistoric giants. Springfield, Ohio. December 20. While workmen were taking gravel out of a pit near Enon, they unearthed two skeletons of human beings. One of the skulls contained 4 horns, all right? 2 on each side of the head. The horns are uniform in size and little more than 2 inches long. They are located directly above and below the ears. Those above turn upward and those below turn downward. There is a bad fracture on the right side, indicating that this queer being was probably killed with some sharp instrument. It is thought from the size of the skull that it belonged to a man who was a giant of some prehistoric race.
As if that was your neighbor.
Right? This is what they found. Giants with horns here in America.
You can imagine, like, in an alternate timeline or something like that, we were all coexisting, and we can just figure, like, what if we were here back then, or if you were incarnated back then, what happened? Like, think about this. Everybody that's here is probably the last one standing for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep moving on. But if you pick up the theme of things, it's like, why are we the only ones left as far as intelligent beings that we can see so far, unless there's a bigger story at hand like that? Because do really living inside of the earth, reptilians and all that other type of shit. How y'all feel about that in the comments? Let me know.
Y'all just watch this real quick.
There? If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Okay, Joe, since you want to take it there, we can take it there. Today we're going to talk about the dark history of the Democrats. Now before I start, I want to let you know that I have no bias against anybody. You do what you want, you believe in what you want. And no, I do not identify with any political party. I'm just stating the dark history. Mutilation, whipping, drowning, castration, buck breaking, terrorism, and torture. 246 years went by before y'all even got involved in that. Y'all remember that terrorist group Ku Klux Klan? Founded by Nathan Bedford Forrest, who was the Grand Wizard and a Democrat. Didn't Eric Foner, a Democrat, argue that the KKK was a military arm of Democratic Party in the South? Y'all want to know who wasn't a Democrat? Abraham Lincoln, a Republican, who passed laws that said we are not slaves, we deserve the right to be citizens, and we have a right to vote. Now, what political party voted against this? Democrat. Didn't bruh assassinate Abraham Lincoln? He sure as heck wasn't a Republican. I see when y'all don't get y'all way, y'all start to get dangerous. After black people were freed, they went on the Republican side because they knew what was going on with the Democrats. So y'all started to terrorize them. Y'all remember that trial deciding whether or not we had the right to be citizens? Didn't all y'all decide and vote to say we wasn't? Y'all put this man's face on a $20 bill. A Democrat who enforced the Indian Removal Act in the 1830s, expelling Native Americans out of their homes. Wasn't majority of the southern states Democrats? Didn't y'all identify y'all as the white man's party? Didn't y'all enforce Jim Crow policies? Democrats use intimidation tactics to suppress black voters. Literacy tests, poll taxes, protests against us even trying to vote, owning property, and then when y'all got cool with us starting to vote, didn't the Democratic president say he'll have us voting for the next 200 years? Oh yeah, he put that N-word in there too. There go your boy, sitting with him, devising tactics to get the black people on the Democratic Party. So here's the list. Defended slavery, started the Civil War, oppressed Reconstruction, founded the Ku Klux Klan, imposed segregation, and fought the Civil Rights Act. Oh yeah, don't forget about that too. All I'm saying is just be safe with these people.
Look, I know that's a lot for some of y'all. Like, y'all don't know this type of stuff, but yeah, you feel me? Yeah, history is history. Like, that's why I tell y'all, do your own damn research. People, whatever you're gonna do, I'm not swaying nobody to vote for whoever. Do what y'all gonna do with that whole thing. I'm out of it, but message.
So,
and really, like, honestly, look, check this out though. Most people is in a certain bracket that, you're not getting looked out for at all. You're not getting looked out for at all. So I say this, just look, do your own research, but I don't want to say too much. Do what's best for you. Right? I say that. Do what's best for you.
This is 15th century manuscripts. Sometimes, you know, it's amazing that, you know, people in the 15th century, were they, you know, aware of color? All the saints, even the Virgin,
book.
is painted black. You know. Today, even today, you don't find such paintings in churches. In not always, you know,
of course not.
A bright color, not black color. So it has to be studied very well. You know, this type of documents. Look, even the evangelist. This is Matthew. You know.
Look at that. That's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful when you see it, you know, like you know what's up. You already know what's up. You know, that's why when people, when some of my people, I see them and and look, believe in what you want to believe in, but when what you're believing in, it don't look like you, I just lose all respect for you at that point, you know, till you redeem yourself, you know, like that should be wild to me. Like we're in the age where of information where you understand that what you're doing. I'm just gonna keep going though. I'm gonna shut up.
Yo, so look at this quote real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all a video, and then we're gonna start connecting the dots. Cause I'm a bit curious. All right, let's get it though. All right, before we move on though, this post says many believe that humans were more advanced in science and technology in the distant past than we are today. It is thought that much of ancient history is suppressed and we are instead told that we are currently the height of science and technology. With that being said, I do have a video for y'all.
It should be wild, don't it? Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Hold on. There's one that I missed. I want to go back to. Look at that. Was that a video call? Was that a video call, I see? This nigga's FaceTiming back then and nobody else knew about it? I'm telling you, you'll never catch up in the technology with them. Like, it's purposely like that. It's always a contingency plan to have the upper hand. Come on now. Come on now. The beat hitting different right now. Look at it.
All right, and see if y'all pay attention to that video closely, you see.
And look, y'all know. Look, I ain't gonna lie. White people don't look like that no more. It's hard for white, like, they don't look like that no more. They evolved too. They don't look like that no more. Real talk. But look at this shit. Insane. Did I see Teslas in there? I ain't saying believe what I'm saying.
All right, and see if y'all pay attention to that video closely, you see electric scooters and electric cars, along with Bluetooth, and many more things. This confirmation that technology has been advanced, that they suppress our history and our advancement in technology. Crazy to believe that they could be suppressing history from us, but it's not surprising. But why would you suppress technology advancements? Understand the medical perspective, it's all about money. So things like curing cancer and curing AIDS, not happen. It's not possible. It won't happen. And even if we have the cure, it won't come out. So I understand that. But suppressing advanced technology legit gives no one the upper hand. Not even them. So I'm trying to understand why. Y'all go ahead and let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is real interesting.
That's why they came at Dr. Sebi so hard. He beat them in the court.
Things that
I don't think you even knew existed. It goes against everything Manifest Destiny teaches about Native Americans. And I want you to know this part of our history because people erased it, and we'll get to that later on in the program. Erased it intentionally. Erased it intentionally. That's an important part of it. America's history didn't begin with Christopher Columbus came over. There were ancient cities with advanced architectures all across North America. Did you know that? Hundreds of years before Columbus came. You always think, oh, the Indians, they didn't scar the land. No, not true. These were cities as large as any in the world at the time. London or Rome, they were metropolises. Archaeologists say they have found evidence of 200,000 actual cities of mound-like structures all across North America that were here long before Columbus. But we don't know anything about them. Why?
I told y'all about the mounds, right? I ain't tripping. I told y'all about the mounds. They still exist. It's still there. I know y'all been finding stuff. I know y'all been out there finding stuff. So pretty sure y'all getting hip to what's going on. Everything that we knew was like a complete lie. You know, you got to think our parents were taught to lie to us. Always, oh, you got to hide this, hide everything from your children. That made a lot of people weak. Better off just telling the truth, get it out the way. But it tells you the reason why. Because somebody is trying to keep you here. This lower dimension. Recycling us. Taking our energy. Making us work for money. Just to be broke. All over again.
You won't believe
in this video
what I found
I got super
on
curious,
Google Maps.
You know, so I'm curious, and I wanted to know more about Herlong, California. So I pulled up my Google map, and I wanted to see it for myself. And look at this, y'all. It says that Herlong, California is census designated place. Excuse me, my allergies. It says that Herlong census designated place in California, right? So I looked it up on the census.gov to find out what that means. And it says places are defined under the Bureau of the Census as a concentration of population. A place may or may not have legal prescribed limits, laws, or functions. The concentration of population must have a name, be locally recognized, and not be part of any other place. This is getting crazy, y'all, because who is these people that's living out there? Who are they? What is this? Like, what is that? That looks like a UFO. Like, what is that? What's that circle looking stuff? What's that? And then they got these concentration looking trailers and stuff. Like, what's going on? What's really going on? Follow up.
Come on now, look, getting prepared. Remember that shit about the meeting with the Anunnaki and Putin and stuff, and what he said? They let them, you know, give them the technology or the information to survive what's to come.
So one thing most people are unaware of is that certain people are more protected than others. I guarantee that most of you guys watching this right now literally volunteered to come down here and break all the generational curses and heal all the ancestral trauma, making you the black sheep. And because of that, a lot of you guys have high-ranking, very powerful ancient ancestors and spirit guides protecting you in the higher realms. But that doesn't necessarily mean nothing can happen to you. It's just that whoever decides to mess with you, instant karma can come upon them. For anyone sneaking around out here and has evil intentions to harm someone, I highly suggest you be very careful who you mess with.
Real talk.
Nah, right.
Y'all see his hair though?
I
wasn't gonna say nothing.
When you say woke, you're talking about black people. The agenda is to get rid of us. The agenda is to kill as many as possible. If y'all haven't noticed.
That fight the woke, we must, bruh. Come on, we look. Speaking in these simple words, we clearly understand what that means. We come up with some complex. If I come up with a word right now, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna already know what I'm talking about, and we all can agree with that. Just like when we put out music, and then all of a sudden, remember how all Skeet made it on the radio and shit, and then once they found out what the fuck that meant, they was like, "Oh my god, we can't play that on the radio," type shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like that's that situation right there. You know, we already know what it is. We already hip to it. We can come up with something and we all just be on the board. We that smart and intelligent. We move different. Crazy. But we understand everything. We're not dumbasses.
Do you think that there is potential entry into the inner Earth through the poles?
From the Google Earth, you can see gigantic, massive openings. Some are several kilometers wide. There's been accounts of military pilots flying into some of these openings. There's a supermassive pyramid in Antarctica. I mean, supermassive. And some military soldiers have come forward with their testimony about the fact that it's still emitting some type of exotic energy. All the leaders of the world have gone down there. More recently, Buzz Aldrin went there, one of the first people to walk on the moon, and he was completely horrified at what he found out. He actually went on Twitter and made a tweet that said something to the effect of, "They are pure evil, we're in trouble."
Danger.
Y'all remember this movie?
Imagine, bro, what he must have seen down there that made him tweet that shit, and they made him take that shit down. People got shots of it, screenshots of it. That shit's crazy, right? He was terrified, bro. That it's evil.
Hold on real quick. Ghosts can fly through walls, but I'ma still close my blinds. Today we're gonna talk about scary movies, this one in particular, and some of the spiritual secrets that they teach. If you haven't watched it, this movie is about low-density astral projection. And if you didn't know, astral projection is the ability to have an out-of-body experience. You can go wherever you want to go, fly through walls, all of that, and no one can see you. Well, except for anybody or the beings that's on the astral realm. And in this movie, a family moves into a haunted house. Dalton, right there, he had the ability to astral project. He would fly, and he said, "Last night I watched myself sleep." Dalton had hit his head one time and fell asleep, but he always used to astral project. And in that astral project, the being that was haunting that house with the red face had kidnapped his spiritual body, and he couldn't return back to his body. So his family thought he was just in a coma. Now, people like me and her can see into the spiritual world. Before I start talking, I just want to let you know that when you're in astral projection, you can never lose your body. You can't get stuck there. No entity can hold you there. You are directly connected to your body. So in this movie, they turn astral projection into a scary thing. No, it does not look like this. A lot of people are unaware of the spiritual realm. They didn't understand what was going on with their son. But this woman Elaine knew exactly what was going on because she told them you have to take care of your spiritual body and your physical body. You're not just a meat suit. Some ghosts just need help being set free. And you have other ones who are just pure negative. They feed off of fear and negative energy, anxiety, being scared. That's why the being trapped Dalton, because he could feed him that fear. But the only difference between Dalton and this woman is that she doesn't feed the negative entities. Think of it like a light that she's carrying around. Well, these negative entities, they don't like that light. They don't like positivity. They don't like none of that. She used her words. When you are in fear, you forget that you have a light. But she has battled with many negative entities, so she already know the deal. Astral projection is a wonderful, fun experience. But if you forget that you have light or doubt yourself or be in fear, then you won't experience happy things. You attract whatever you're feeling. So have fun and fly around. But don't let the misconceptions of these movies scare you. Just learn from the people who were actually able to fight back in those movies. Y'all stay positive and be safe.
Message.
The guy that predicted Queen Elizabeth's death.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was a Twitter tweet, and basically he said the Queen will die on September the 8th of 2022. And then the crazy thing about him is that later after that, bro, he basically said, so a major world announcement will be made impacting a...
So, did you know that you can get an EIN number for free?
A major president. Hold on. Hold on, we gonna see.
So, did you know that you can get an EIN number for free?
Wonder who that could be.
Did you know that you can establish yourself as a 508c1a, which is a faith-based organization, and accept donations on a large scale without paying taxes on it? Did you know that you can start a C Corp and an LLC and it won't be connected to your personal tax identification number, in which you can start businesses and basically profit off of those things? Did you know that starting yourself as a LLC or a C Corp, you can actually donate to your ministry, which is your faith-based organization, and not pay taxes off the profits that you make from your companies?
Listen.
Did you know that you can start a trust and basically store your money in the trust without having to pay taxes on that trust, because you're essentially claiming that you're going to use that for future investment, so therefore the government can't tax you? Did you know that your faith-based organization can actually loan money to your LLC or C corporation in order for you to use that for certain investments that you want to make? And then essentially you'll be paying your ministry interest.
Hey, for all y'all that made it this far, if anything out of this whole damn video, you know, This shit right here is like that point right there. Go back and watch that if you need that information right there. That little piece, that last little clip we just watched. Go back, really listen to that. Because that'll help y'all a lot. Real.
Y'all, I might be tripping, but like, why the fuck does Ben say zombie response team?
Gotta get more literacy.
Zombie outbreak
about
response
money.
team. What the fuck does this even mean? Is this a real vet? I work at the hospital, y'all. Why the fuck it say zombie response fucking team? Oh, hell no.
Got zombie protocols.
Y'all ready for some? This is Teotihuacan. That's the Pyramid of the Sun. It's attributed to the Mayans, but nobody knows how the fucking thing was built. And on the fact that nobody knows how this thing was built, if you look at it overhead, it looks like a freaking circuit board on a computer. Look at that.
Yeah.
So, nobody knows how it was built. It looks like a circuit board. And even weirder, it lines up with the Orion constellation, just like the pyramids at Giza. Even more strange, the base is exactly the same as the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the height is 50% of the Great Pyramid of Giza. What?
I just gotta get on here and talk about this real quick. So, this offense doesn't exist. I don't know if anybody thinks that this is doing anything, but it doesn't. Have you ever heard of a federal agent arresting anybody for marijuana possession? No, they bust like drug traffickers or people with a lot of marijuana, not a simple marijuana.
I was thinking about this.
Possession. So pardoning there's nobody to pardon. This doesn't pardon anybody. This does nothing. Whenever you get busted with weed, it's usually by the cops and you have it in your car and you've been smoking, or somebody calls the cops on you, the local cops, the cops in your neighborhood for smoking or something like that. They come and fuck with you. FBI agents haven't ever shown up whenever you've been getting in trouble for smoking weed, have they? Anything, simple marijuana possession is an ounce or less. That's it. No federal agents have any desire to mess with you for an ounce or less. This is these people think that you're fucking stupid. They think that you're dumb. You're not dumb, but this person thinks that you're stupid.
I really just think about that shit though. Like, is he lying though? Hey, Unc was right. Everybody listen to him.
Mermaids, anyone? Let's see.
Someone was able to capture the mermaid swimming in the water without it noticing. It was captured in Israel, where a boy noticed from a village that there is a creature which comes near the shore every day at sunset. The boy decided to record it, and he hid a waterproof camera in a spot from where the mermaid was likely to be seen. To his good luck, the mermaid did come at sunset, and the camera recorded its video. This video was also featured on Animal Planet.
Yeah, that's crazy though. That's it for that video right there, y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button. We got what, 5,800 people in here. I appreciate y'all. Now we just gonna kick it a little bit. Yeah, man. Rip the Takeoff, man. At this, like, let's talk about it. Look, man, Takeoff, man. Like that whole situation, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The rapper. It's crazy how these things continue to happen over and over and over again. It's crazy to keep seeing it, and I know it sounds crazy, but I think most people are getting kind of used to celebrities taking out like fast rate that is happening. I think people are just getting so used to it, like, and that's so weird for me. Like, be looking at, see it on the internet, people aren't reacting the same. Oh, you know, it just, the genuineness is not there anymore. It's just everybody saying RIP. Just say it. Don't have any like real feeling behind it anymore. See it so often. Crazy that that's even a lot of people's reality. The video messy. The whole ritual. I heard was it Lovely T? I heard she had a breakdown. I heard she had a breakdown of it. Something like that. I heard she had a breakdown of it. She said I'm in and out. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, hit the like button. Somebody said I was in and out. I don't know. I should be all right. Yeah, she's real good. She's real good. Okay, I'm good. She's real good with the breakdowns. Yeah, but I haven't watched the video. Maybe I should do a reaction to that joint. But that's interesting to look at, man. They put a lot of stuff in music. They put a lot of stuff in plain sight, but I'm not saying that's what it is. It's just interesting to look at. But yeah, I'm not used to it either. I'm not used to all of this either. Like, it's crazy we lose another one. Like, I don't even care that it doesn't even matter that they're famous or anything. It's just the simple fact that these lives are being taken over senseless BS. You know, that ain't the way. Definitely ain't the way. That ain't the vibe. That's why I stay out the way. Keep up the good work. Love it. So appreciate you. Appreciate you, Crypto Boomer. Yeah, y'all like this video though? If y'all like it, go ahead and smash that thing though. I got some more coming tomorrow. Definitely. I got some bangers coming tomorrow. Cause for the past like couple days that I wasn't posting, I was researching, finding like other videos to put together and everything else like that. I seen some dude in the comments, wherever he at, he been subscribed for like a whole year. Talking about, he was talking junk in my comments. Where you at, sir? God, can't say nothing. I think I blocked your comment. Oh, never mind. I think I made him stand in the corner. Yeah, y'all like that? Okay. For sure, I'm reading y'all comments. I'm looking like this. Yeah, we about to get off in a second. Just kicking it for a little bit. Questions? That Duke the Jeweler. Okay. Got a beautiful spirit. I appreciate that. That's a dope compliment though. Like, look, cause I was used to coming up and people like, oh, like sexualize me and shit, but pretty dope right there. Appreciate y'all catching the live though. Hey, y'all showed up though. I definitely showed up. Yeah, he took the headshot. That's Lovely T. She did a good that's who did it, right? She did a good breakdown of the video. Y'all can go ahead and watch that. I don't really want to dabble too much into that one right there, so I don't really want to. I mean, I would have did the breakdown because I heard she did it, but I don't want to dabble into that. Because on my side, you know, off of the internet, you know, I already go through enough with my own personal life. Just because y'all, you know, I'm always in a good mood. I think I said that's a disability. Somebody in comments said that's my superpower. I get it, but you know, I go through shit too, so I be having to, you know, find balance in my life as well. And I think that's very important for all of us to find. Shout out Dre. Awareness back to the Aboriginal people of America. Look, man, I appreciate that. Sure. There's no shade to nobody else out there because we all here together at this point. Yeah, I still need beats. Still need beats. That DJ Academics got a good breakdown as well. Yeah, we definitely have to come together. It was coming. Oh man, that whole Ye situation. All right, it's about it. Ain't look. It's about the delivery too as well. Cause most of the see, he be saying some shit. You know how you can be at work and you can be the star pupil at work and shit, and everybody counts on you. You can do one thing to fuck up, and then all of a sudden you just this terrible goddamn person, and you getting treated like shit. So it's kind of like that. But they say shit about us, our community, all the time. You know, he did say some insensitive things that I don't agree with, but I'm just saying overall, they gotta understand what's going on with Ye and why Ye is Ye and the way he Yeing. You feel me? Pick up what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, it's a method to everybody's madness. Like some people don't understand why I approach my videos the way that I do and why my shit is different. That's what makes me me. See, people are still trying to understand why I do me the whole time. They not understanding why they ain't doing them. Get what I'm saying? Nah. We're gonna watch some tomorrow. You said Kanye posting evidence. Oh man, I gotta go. Where he at on Twitter with it? I heard he got his Twitter back, right? You know, a lot of people talking about they leaving Twitter because what's his name? Because Elon Musk bought it and he gave Ye his profile back. I think Trump got his shit back. Yo, how y'all feel about that? Like a lot of people like, oh, I'm not gonna do Twitter. Yeah, you're fucking you're capping because you're gonna be right back on Twitter because you're addicted. There's a method to the madness, I guess. I guess he got some type of plan. But I think finally he can probably be free and have his product start something brand new because he's that type of person. He's gonna start something else and it's gonna pop, regardless of what y'all say. I'm predicting this. He's gonna start to sell his own stuff or be a part of something else, and it's gonna pop in a major way. There's gonna be nothing that they can do about it. And you know what? I'm not even a Twitter person. I can't look. I don't look. Twitter looks boring as hell to me. Like, so people say that everything happens there first. I understand to be popping, but I don't like to navigate Twitter. That makes sense. It's not me. It's boring. Oh, you said the evidence is on Twitter. Hold on. Let me pull Twitter up. Let's see. Did I do that on here? Ooh. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. Hell nah. Hell nah. Y'all not doing that. You said interview you. Where you want to interview me? It's whatever. You have to email me. Love to talk a lot. Look. Hey. Like that when you're around, people that you can feel like you can talk a lot to. I don't talk a lot to everybody. Stay humble. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate you, Mary. Yeah, I talk a lot, but I'm selective though. How many of y'all like that? I'm very selective because based on who you are and your energy, I can talk to like I said, I can talk to anybody, but it's a certain type of vibe I just don't like to be around. If I don't feel like you're developed enough mentally, then I feel uncomfortable being around that type of energy because sometimes it can be radical. You just run certain people that are not thinking complete thoughts. I don't want to put my energy and my life around certain people that don't care about themselves. So I'm selective. So it's not like I'm an asshole or nothing. It's just like I'm selective. But you'll never know who I don't rock with like that, because I don't want them to feel awkward about it either. You know, I just like to keep the peace and do my thing. Stay in my lane. I'm a Cancer. So you overdo it. So you got beats? I bet. Send me something. Yeah, I feel everybody around me. Like, I feel like I'm the type of person you can say that you feel some type of way, but I can always feel that. So that's a lot to deal with sometimes, you know, being around everybody. Sometimes, like, that's why, you know, I just like to be feeling by myself. I want to be around other people. People always got shit going on, you know? Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna goddamn call it, y'all. I'm gonna call it. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little tired. I be staying up super late doing all this research and stuff, but you know, running this stuff behind the scenes, this shit getting crazy, but I love it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Make sure y'all tell your family y'all love them. Hug on your loved ones, you know, tell them that you love them. Keep stepping on shit.